So I just concluded my summer vlog literally a few seconds ago and rolled right into this video. So I just finished up my summer vlog where I intended to show how I was working throughout the summer, even though I had a new baby and everything, and you know, that didn't go according to plan. But I wanted to do like a life update video. So if you're new to my channel, welcome. My name is Brianne Beebe. I am a high school math teacher starting year 7 in the next few weeks. So I kind of wanted to do a life update just because there's a lot going on. So first and foremost, there's Russell. He is 6 weeks old right now, and he is freaking adorable and just absolutely perfect in every way. But to be honest, the adjustment to motherhood is not easy. So I'm trying to figure out who I am as a mother and how am I going to be able to do all this, juggle teaching, also juggle having a YouTube channel and a blog and a Teachers Pay Teachers store. And so those last 3 things are kind of my lowest priorities, which is going to be a change for me this year. So last Saturday, Russell slept through the night for the first time ever, and still, as of, you know, today being Thursday, the only time ever. But that's okay. It just gives me so much hope that maybe he'll be sleeping through the night sooner than expected. As a baby, I actually started sleeping through the night at 3 weeks. So my parents were very lucky, and I was like hoping that that luck would rub off on me. And during the summer, it's okay. I'm worried about what happens when I start school if he's not sleeping through the night and I get less than 6 hours of sleep, because 6 is like that magic number. I have so many changes happening in my school this year. One thing on my mind, just because I was talking about it in the vlog, is we're getting a grading policy, which we've never had before. And actually, they made it sound like it was going to be a work in progress. So I don't know what that means, but I need to know what to put on my syllabus. The other big change happening this year is I will be teaching Algebra 2 for the first time. One of the goals for my school is to have more students completing the Math Regents courses, because they take algebra and then a lot of them stop there and then they take elective math courses to get their graduation credits. And we want more students to really be able to get their Advanced Regents diploma, and for that they'd have to take algebra, geometry, and algebra 2. We have a lot of students that go on to geometry, but it is so different and it's so difficult for them that a lot of them stop there. I mean, some of these kids fail geometry and that is it. They completely give up and shut down and don't go on to another math. So what we decided to try out for a solution was having Algebra 2 follow algebra and have geometry be the course that students would take third. My department chair and I have been discussing this for years and kind of trying to float the idea up, but this past year we really pushed for it and finally got it to go through. My department chair and I were a little bit apprehensive because we realized what's going to end up happening is I'm going to have to teach Algebra 2 because we have the students that just took geometry. They're going to need to go on to Algebra 2, and then we have students from algebra needing to go on to Algebra 2. So with her creating more sections and her teaching load being full, it just kind of makes sense that I would have less geometry to teach, so I would have to fill that with Algebra 2. And she stopped me in the middle of the year and said, is this something that we really should pursue? Because you're going to have a new prep with a new baby, and that's kind of a lot. I'm very much someone that takes many challenges head on all the time, and I put a lot on my plate and I stress myself out. So I'm kind of used to saying yes to everything, but I really did stop and think about this one. So there were a couple factors that played into my decision. The first was that my department chair that teaches Algebra 2 and college courses, she's retiring at the end of next year, or at least that's the plan for now. Last year I kind of had a meeting with my principal about some different things, and he mentioned that in his mind, at that point in time, he envisioned me being the person to step into her role and take on the Algebra 2 and college courses when she retired. That actually gave me a lot of confidence to know that I was viewed that way. So while before I was like, no, geometry 100%, I only want to teach geometry, I love it. I still feel that way to an extent, but I felt a little bit more empowered to take on this challenge. So that kind of pushed me toward that. The other thing that pushed me toward being able to say yes was the fact that I was enrolled in the 40-hour teacher workweek club, and I figured a lot of stuff out about time management. And as far as planning goes, last year was one of my better years as far as getting everything done. Were my plans all fantastic, fabulous, and perfect? Absolutely not. There is still a lot of room for growth and improvement, but I just found a way to get everything to work. So I feel like I'm able to take that knowledge and experience and push it forward the next step and take on another course. So this year we're gonna see what happens. I'm 100% dedicated to being a mother first, but I really think I can do both and take on the new course. And let's be realistic. I know I'm not going to be teaching geometry forever. Things are going to change in my school. I'm going to have to teach some other courses at some point. So I felt like now was a good time. The last factor in my decision was knowing that my department chair is retiring. So I figured if I start teaching Algebra 2 now, I still have her there as a resource to go to if I need help with something. So that was kind of like a big push for me to say, you know what, now's the time to do this. So we're gonna see what happens with all that, especially just in the future. Who knows if I'm going to take on the courses that my department chair has been teaching. It was just a thing that was said at one point in time. It's not set in stone at all, especially now because my principal that said that to me has moved on from our district and we're getting a new principal. Actually, we're getting an interim principal to start with. They still haven't found a permanent principal to take over. So that's going to be another big change. The last big change for this year that I can think of at the moment is how I'm going to do homework. I've noticed a lot of teachers in both Twitter and now starting in my building, moving on from this homework that's assigned whenever they assign it, whether it's daily or every other day or what have you, kind of moving on to assigning homework on a weekly basis. And for the longest time, I was so against it because I was like, I want my students to practice the skills at home that I've taught them that day. So I've been very much against this idea of assigning homework and giving them a worksheet or a packet to have completed throughout the week because things change last minute. So if we had like a snow day or something, maybe the homework that I assigned them for Tuesday now needs to get moved to Wednesday, and it's gonna create this whole big conflict. Then I watched stories that To The Square Inch posted on Instagram, and she basically explained how she assigns homework for the week, and a lot of it is spiral review. And then she said this one thing that just clicked for me in a way that nothing else had before as far as this whole weekly homework thing is concerned. She said, I don't have to go over the homework every day. That right there had me sold. So by the time I finish checking the homework, going over the homework, answering all the questions from the homework, it takes at least 10 minutes away from my class where we could have been doing something more productive. And that right there for me, that's it. So if I don't have to spend that 10 minutes every day, I can give them more practice to do in class for 10 minutes every day. That's a game changer for me. So I am going into this school year, changing my homework policy, and I'm ready for it. I'm excited about this change. I think it's gonna be great. So I 100% plan to make a YouTube video about that, just explaining what I was doing before, what I'm doing now, comparing the two, and just doing like a good homework explanation for other math teachers out there because I did get some questions about how I do homework on Instagram. So that's actually going to bring me to my last change for this year, which is actually going to affect my viewers. I'm not going to vlog every week. I like vlogging, I enjoy it. It's great to be able to look back and see what was going on and everything, but it is time consuming. So as far as videos go, it doesn't take much to film a vlog, but it does take a lot to edit the vlog, and I want to spend as much time with my son as possible while he's still little and at this age. So I'm going to make it my goal to upload 2 videos a month and to make one of those videos a vlog and the other video something of substance. I get it. I like to watch vlogs too. They're great, they're entertaining, but I kind of want to move my channel away from vlogs a little bit and more toward just good information that will help other teachers. But like I said, I'm not taking vlogs away. They'll still be here. They're just not going to be as frequent for all the reasons that I just listed. So since I'll be vlogging less, what I wanted to do was start using Instagram more and just take advantage of the story feature. What's great about Instagram stories is you don't have to edit them. They're short and sweet and to the point, which is how I roll. So if you're not following me already, my Instagram handle is in the description box. And I'm excited to start doing stories more because I can archive them by category. So I have categories set up for organization and school supplies and algebra 2 and geometry. And I think the other one's just like miscellaneous strategies and tips. So I feel like that might be more beneficial to people that are looking for something specific. That in a nutshell is everything that's going on right now. it's kind of nice just to have this like brain dump, just to put it out there, like this is what's going on, and I feel a little bit more relieved just because I got some stuff off my chest. So thank you for listening, and as always, thanks for watching. Have a fantastic school year.